Hey guys, it's PBW. Brought my John Boat electrical setup in the house. It's cold outside. Starting with the battery box, this is your standard marine battery box. I have the divider in. This is a deep cycle marine 24 size battery. Standard 8 gauge wiring with wiring cover here. Then I have a 50 amp breaker. Close the battery box. The wire coming out of the battery box is just a standard little connector here I found at a marine shop. And I have the same connector here on my electrical box. This is just an old box I use to distribute electric to different accessories in the boat. As you see, it's homemade. The first thing I have here is a battery on-off switch. Turning this on or off is how I turn power on and off to this electrical box. To have just a standard gauge to see what kind of voltage the battery's putting out. I have a light to determine if the switch is on or off. I use this electrical box to send power to the trolling motor via this standard trolling motor plug I've attached to my Minn Kota. And then I have a 12 volt cigarette lighter outlet for charging smartphones, things like that. Inside here is just the mess behind the scenes, and I also have fuses. So the cigarette lighter and the trolling motor outlet is protected by fuse. So this may seem just a little elaborate setup for a basic John boat. I did that just to prevent any fires on board. You know, I have a lot of money invested in my fishing tackle, my rods and reels, and I don't want a wiring fire to cause a bad day while I'm out fishing. Another thing to look at is how I charge my battery. I have just a standard Black & Decker charger I got off Amazon. It has the same type connector that I have on my battery, so I just hook that up real nice and clean, makes it safe for charging my battery in the garage. The way that most of us connect our trolling motor to our battery in John boats is just taking the standard wire that comes with the trolling motor, has these two round connectors, and bolting it to the battery's post there. You know, they're bolted with either wing nuts or regular nuts. I've done that for many years, not had any problems, but if you have a short, it may cause you some serious wiring burns or maybe a small fire on your boat. So you may want to consider some fuses or a small breaker to prevent that. Another big thing you want to consider is, whichever way you go, you may want to keep a fire extinguisher on hand. I know it's not required by most states for electric boats. Here in Kentucky, I think it's only required for gas. I may be wrong. But that's something we really all need to keep on board if you're running any battery. Maybe you're not running a trolling motor, maybe you just have a small battery for a fish finder on your kayak. I still think you need a fusible link to cut power in case of any shorts, and keep a fire extinguisher in case there's any fires on board. So I appreciate everyone watching. I hope this was helpful in seeing how I have my John boat wired up. Please hit that like button or hit the dislike if you didn't like it, and comment below if you have any questions. Thanks.